As much as you are a projector, you as well are a viewer. You're also a transceiver. You transmit and you receive signals both to and from the divine, the cosmos, your surroundings, society, all of the energies on the earth herself, and the energies that you can't perceive with your five senses, that you're unconsciously unaware of. But you are a projector and you are a viewer. What do I mean by that? Hypothetically speaking, let's say you're sitting in a movie theater and you're watching, a film being projected on the wall, on the screen. See that screen as this whole life around you. You are the projector. And at the same time, you're the audience member, because what happens is your energies are being unconsciously projected to the outside environment that allows your perceptive lens to interpret it. This is happening in real time, quickly. Did you know that your eye is the fastest focusing lens on Earth? Think about it. When you look in any direction, it's never blurry. That's how fast your lens it focuses. The human body is incredible, but it goes far beyond the physical, even far beyond the metaphysical. There are realms that exceed this universe. This isn't all there is. When you're dealing with the energy and the soul, there's other areas out there and in here that have nothing to do with energy and the soul, but these are God's creations. I can't get into it because there's no way for me to explain it. It's absolutely ineffable, meaning it simply defies a verbal explanation. So when you look to inner space, which is the universe, because they want you to think it's outer space, because they want to create a sense of disconnection. When you look to the stars are you, because the same energies that they are comprised of, you are comprised of. That's where you have an intrinsic connection to these things eternally. But you have an immense power. You are a projector of energy. You are a viewer of energy. You are a transceiver. You are a divine antenna. You are a supernatural esoteric alchemist. You are a maven of pure energy manipulation and transfer of your intentions. You can heal anything. You can create anything. You could transform one energy into another. You can travel anywhere you want. What they call time. Time is an illusion. You cannot travel through an illusion. When you travel through your memories back to a time that's behind you, that means that your soul is actually connecting with that energy and journeying to a place what once was but is no more in the physical. But those energies are very much alive, and they shall be alive eternally. As long as they live in you, they shall be alive. And you, my friend, will live on forever because you're eternal. The body is finite. This journey is fleeting. This earth is not your home. I continually will be telling you that over and over again, because you need to understand what you really are. You're not physical. You are far beyond that. And once you begin to realize that for yourself, that you're not this flesh and bone suit, that you're not this meat outfit, made of bone and marrow and blood and sinew and tissue, that you're so much more than that, then you'll understand why I say stay away from all of that law of attraction and all that stuff, because they're just limiting you, deliberately limiting you. And they know they are. They know they are. They know full well what they're doing. Trust me, they're very good at what they do. It's packaged as if it's a benefit to you because it looks pretty, it looks nice, it feels good, sounds good, feels right. Oh, it checks off all the boxes. But when you open up that package, you open up that box unconsciously, it's just nothing but detriments that will adversely affect you. Because it is that way by design. That is the intent of these things, to get you to get hooked into it. Like scam artists, they make these preposterous claims in order to lure you in. You can make $47,000 in 1 week off of Amazon, and you could do this and you could do that. And I make $300 million a day just staring at my hand. Just buy my program and go on my website and just, send us money and we'll send you the information you need. And then all you got to do is look up the person's name, complaints against such and such, and you watch a litany of people that he's ripped off. They're all over the place. It's It sounds great. Oh my God, I can make $62 million in 5 minutes just staring at my hand. I'm going to buy his program. And then you find out this guy's like borderline a criminal, ready to go to jail. I mean, this is what they do. They make these preposterous claims in order to lure you in because it sounds enticing. It's like, oh my God, I don't like my life now. I only make like $400 a week. So if I can make $42,000 in a month before taxes, that's it. Then I could get my car, my new house, and all that. They suck you in every time. It's called bait and switch. It's an old game. It's an old game. Buy my program, attend my seminar, buy my course. It's always money. It's never not money. It's always money. Buy my books. There's nothing wrong that if you have a book that you want to, promote, that's fine because you want people to, read your material in the hopes that it makes them better and enlightens their mind. And that's what I'm intending on doing. I have a book that I just copywritten, so I'm going to be making it available soon. But I'm not like, buy this book or else, you're going to die. I need the money. No, it isn't that at all. The universe gave me this information to pass on. Absolutely. And the universe said, put it out there and sell it. And I'm going to sell it at a super, super, super cheap price. Absolutely. I'm not selling the books at $40, $50. Absolutely not. It's like the information on this channel. This is another type of information that I'm giving. But the stuff in the book I can't say on this channel because they'll shut it down. Absolutely. They will shut it down. But anyway, I'm just trying to say that, it's the same as any other scam artist. They preposterous claims, oh my God, I can make so much money and this and that. And all I have to do is buy his program. And you don't need anybody's program. I'm going to tell you right now, whatever kind of garbage they're pitching, whatever it is, if it's affiliate marketing, wholesaling, whatever, all you got to do is go online and find out how the process works. You don't need their program. You don't need them. You have to learn in life to cut out the middleman. Because you are a projector, you are a viewer, you are a transceiver, you're an alchemist. You don't need this stuff. If you just took the time to do the study and the research, because you are studious and industrious, and you're very, very intelligent, more than you're giving yourself credit for, because they never will, but I am. Because I know if you're watching this, you're super intelligent and an incredible person, that's for sure. That's why we're connected through this video. But nonetheless, if you give yourself just a little bit of credit, and you say to yourself, you know what, I'm going to take the time and listen to this guy and do the work on my own and do it for free. I'm going to tell you right now, I copyright my book for $65. What did I do? I went to the government website. I already made a video on it. I'm going to make it available soon. But I'm just telling you, you don't need a copyright attorney. You don't need a publishing company. You don't need a proofreader. You don't need a literary agent. They're just going to suck you dry, man. You don't need them. As you're writing your book, whatever you did for that day, go back and proofread it. There you go. You don't need to spend $15,000 for a proofreader. You don't need a ghostwriter. You don't need any of them. You can publish it yourself. All you have to do, once your book is copywritten, copyright protected, you own that work. What happens when you go to a publishing company? I'm going to tell you, you send them your work that's not copyright protected, guess what they do? They copyright it in their own name, and then they own your work, and they give you peanuts. If you don't believe me, pick any publishing company name, anyone, and put in complaints against, put that name in, and you'll see a litany come down. They just rip people off. They all do it. They're all the same. They make these preposterous claims like, we can advertise your book and get hundreds of thousands of copies sold and all this stuff. And you're like, yeah, I can make money, And then months and months and months go by. You don't see a dime. And lo and behold, they're making tens of thousands of dollars off of your work. They all do it. They're all criminals, just like a bank. A bank is an evil empire. It's something called arbitrage. Okay, folks, I want to teach you something. It's called arbitrage. When you give your money to a bank, this is called arbitrage. What does that mean? That means when you give your money to a bank, what do they do with your money? They take your money, they invest it in everything, stocks, bonds, real estate, T-bills, municipal, everything. They invest it. And they make trillions of dollars. And what do? They give you 1/100th of less than 1% interest on the money that's in there. Plus, they charge you to have your money in their account. So in other words, you are giving a stranger your money, and they're going to take it, invest it, and make gazillions, and they're going to charge you. That's the dynamic of a bank. The bank is the worst place to put your money. That's why people with money, they don't use banks. They don't put their money in a bank. Absolutely not. These things they don't tell you. But it's called arbitrage. Look it up. Arbitrage, arbitrage. It's a real thing, man. Just like I said before in a previous video, you don't have any rights. Look up the definition of the word eminent domain. The right of a government to appropriate private property for public use, usually with compensation. They don't have to compensate you. Meaning, if your area has been slated for a highway or an airport or something like that, it's been zoned for that type of thing, they'll plow your house down. They don't need your permission. They'll come with the bulldozers and they'll plow you right out. That's why I say democracy is an illusion, folks. You need to wake up. But you also need to wake up to the fact of your power and your immense abilities to do things cosmically, metaphysically, physically. But you have an ability to do this, so therefore you have a responsibility to yourself first and foremost, to love yourself before you can love another, and heal yourself before you can heal anybody else, because that's priority, that's paramount. But you are as much a projector of the images that you see before you as you are the viewer of that, the audience member. Now, with that immense power, you can do anything. It's just that you haven't been motivated or trained to realize these things exist inside you. But here I am, Guy just woke up out of bed with his hair all messed up and needs a shave and just doesn't care what I look like because, like I said, it's not about the messenger in my channel. It's about the message. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to make you aware. Stop seeing yourself as a human being. Homo luminous, not Homo sapien. You are not what you believe yourself to be because they lied to you. For a reason, they don't want you to awaken to the reality of your cosmic abilities, man, because then you're going to freaking use them. You know? You want to change your life? It's so simple. Stop doing what you're doing right now if what you're doing right now is making you unhappy. That is the power that you have. And you got to get rid of the social programming, the victim mentality, feeling sorry for yourself, making excuses why you're not going to do it. It just continues on. It's just reinforcing and fortifying that comfort zone that they don't want you to leave for a reason because they control you in there. But once you break that comfort zone, aka the third dimension, guess what? Oops, you're untouchable. And now you're a threat. And if there's enough of you to get out there and do that, then that's it. They're done. Why do you think they spend so much time and invest so much money in dumbing you down and lying to you and making you fat? Why do you think fast food is so cheap and health food is so expensive? It's not by accident, it's by design. Anytime a doctor comes up with a cure for something, I'm not going to mention the word, but it rhymes with, I'm not going to say it. But the word begins with a C. Okay? Anytime a doctor comes up with a cure for that, that doctor winds up being murdered. They just did it to a guy. He had a multitude of cures for a whole bunch of that stuff, and they killed him. They killed him. They don't want you to have anything. They don't want you to have cures for anything. Why do you think the South American rainforests have been decimated at such an alarming rate over the last 40 years? Because God gives you all the natural cures that are found there. To all of the earth's remedies. They're all there. To all the ailments of the earth. These are the remedies. Holistic, homeopathic, natural, biological, organic. No side effects. No direct effects. Free. The way God intended. Look at all the older folks. Back in 150 years ago. And the indigenous. They didn't have these things. They didn't have the C word. That people die from every year. The reason why I have to say this is because I just got a little no-no from the channel. They gave me a heads up on, if you do it again, you're gone. That's what they just told me. Because they know I'm talking about the truth. And they don't want the truth out there. But, just realize that as much as you are a projector, you are a viewer. That's your power. But what you wind up doing is, because you surrender your energy, something else is in control of the projector and the transceiver. So therefore, you're actually watching somebody else's movie and they're in control of it. But if you actually analyze how a movie works, they have to film it, and then once it's done, it's done. But inside that movie, it's always going to stay the same, like a loop. You don't want that to happen to you. What you want to do is you just want to create new designs every day in your life. You don't want to follow patterns. And they want you to follow a pattern because patterns are normal, they're familiar, they're safe, they're comfortable. But the inherent danger with that is you're not growing. Nothing happens until something moves, and you're not moving. You're moving for the sake of going through the motions, but if you're going through the motions, you're not moving at all. It's like being on a treadmill. Yes, you are actually physically having motion, but you're not moving. There's no forward, progressive, developmental, evolutionary motion. There's no perpetual motion forward. So that's exactly what your comfort zone is. It's a treadmill. You know, you don't want your life to be that because you're not intended to be here for this stuff. They made it this way. You come here and you're a little kid and they tell you, okay, be a doctor, be a nurse, be an astronaut, you know, all okay. You know, and then you see, oh, my hero is a rock star or a movie star. You know, some of the most horrible people, and they're not even people. I won't even begin to tell you what they have to do to get that fame and what they have to do to keep it. It's unspeakable. But nonetheless, you know, just realize your power, man. That's all. That's the whole premise of my channel, to get you to realize within you that you need to awaken this massive, massive potential. Unlimited, limitless, ceaseless, endless, birthless, formless, timeless, ageless. You know what I mean? That's what you are, man. You're just cosmic. You're celestial. You're universal. You're infinite. You're eternal. You are the power of source. You are God. You are neither above God nor below God. You are of God. You are source. That is the secret they keep from you. There are no secrets being kept from you by God, ladies and gentlemen. There's no great mystery to the universe or, you know, great unknown. God isn't keeping secrets. There's no keys to success because there's no locks or doors. There is no locked door keeping anything from you. I've already said this in a previous video. So therefore, there's no doors, there's no locks. Thusly, there's no necessity for keys. They say that's what they tell you: the keys to freedom, the doorway to success. Unlock your potential. You see how they're programming you to think that there's something behind a locked door that's being kept from you deliberately, so that makes you feel like you're abandoned and left out. This is done by design, man. If you haven't figured it out, you don't believe me? You go take a look up in the sky. And at night, when it gets dark, look into the universe. Do you see any doors, windows, walls, ceilings, floors, locks, keys? I don't. You can go on in any direction forever and you'll never hit anything. That's God speaking volumes to your soul that there are no secrets being kept from you. Everything is right here for you if you desire to go that way. You have to create your own path of resistance-free energy. Stop buying into their subliminal programming. Seek a path of least resistance. Why in God's name would you want to seek something that has resistance in it? That's insane. You have to travel to the mountains of Nepal to find peace. No, you don't find peace outside yourself. You create it right in here, man. You see how they lie to you constantly. You have to pursue your dreams, chase your happiness, find love, seek success. And go after, you know, your goals. Run after them, chase them down, hunt them, stalk them. You know, you just like a cop chasing a criminal in a car chase. You understand what they do? They infer that everything that you don't realize you have, they want to convince you that you don't have. And so therefore, the only way to get it can only be found outside you. So that's why you waste your life looking outside yourself when everything can only be created inside you. Your happiness, your peace, your balance. You don't find peace, you create it. Where are you going to find this peace? If it isn't where you are right now, you think it's going to be in another place geographically on the earth? No, absolutely not. The only thing that you're going to come to discover within yourself is that geographically, your soul, the frequency of your soul is aligned with the frequency of wherever you intend on going. That's a yes, because I've made a video about that. Where you live geographically, you are out of alignment with the frequency of that geographical location, but even more so, the metaphysical location, the magnetic ley lines, the meridians, the portals, the vortices, the gateways, the stargates, the time tunnels, whatever you want to use, that type of thing. Because each portion of the earth is different. You ever wonder why it is that the earth is comprised of various landscapes? You have the desert, the jungle, you have the arid places, you have environments like Antarctica that are wintry. Because what this is, let me tell you before I end this video, the reason why this earth is an amalgam of different landscapes and different environments is because people and all the creatures on this planet come from different planets. So each environment is indicative of your home source energy planet. For me, it's the desert. So that's my home. And when I'm there, my soul is in alignment with the frequency of that place. For you, it could be, you know, the jungle, or perhaps somewhere mountainous or cold, like Switzerland or somewhere like that. And if that is perfect alignment with the frequency of your soul, that's where you have to be. But check it. They don't tell you this. The reason why the Earth looks different everywhere geographically is because that is a small portion of your home energy planet, your original source home energy planet, put here to make you feel at home. But don't forget, it isn't just human beings, folks, because the creatures that have been here, they've been here long before you, like a giraffe. Giraffes come from a different planet. Gorillas come from another planet. Great white sharks come from another planet that's all water. Flowers and trees all come from variously different planets. There are species of flowers that you'll never see on Earth because they're not intended to be on Earth. There's colors that you'll never see on Earth because they're not intended to be shown on Earth. You think this is all there is? This isn't even the beginning. But if you look at like a forested area, right? Like let's say the Pacific Northwest, like Seattle, Washington, that's a specific portion of a specific type of original home source energy planet because of the environment, the landscape. It's indicative of that planet. It's like God takes a little portion and starts pasting them together and just makes this beautiful sphere of innocence called Revelation Earth. That's the reason why the landscapes are different. It's also for diversification, right? This is the reason why people look different, because people are from different planets. We're brought here. You were brought here. You're an alien to this Earth, whether you want to realize it or not. This Earth is not your home. Absolutely not. So, in conclusion to this video, I just want to remind you that you are a viewer as much as you are a projector. You are a transceiver, meaning you transmit and receive. You're an alchemist. You're a maven of energy manipulation, like clay. Think of energy as you would a flaccid lump of clay that you could shape and mold and contour and sculpt to assume any form you desire, with your imagination, which is an erroneous label. I say sacred space because there's nothing imaginary about the most unlimited transformative power that God ever gave you. But whatever you want that energy to be, that lump of clay, that's what you can make it into. Look at energy as you would a flaccid lump of clay that you can mold and shape to assume any form you desire. It's as easy as I could put it, man. But anyway, God bless. Have a blessed day and be well.